1, 2. Are we rolling? Yes. Awesome. Welcome to Beer with a Queer, the most professional show done weekly about me complaining about things. Let's start with our beer. It's going to be from Lost Coast Brewery, Great White Beer. Great White Beer. I've been called the Great White Fear because people are afraid of what I'm going to say next. Where are you from, Lost Coast? Nobody knows because it's lost. Right. Eureka, California. Oh, that's kind of funny because Lost Coast is in Eureka, right? Because you'd be like, oh my God, I found it. Eureka! I don't know if that's how that works. Anyway, beer with natural flavors added. That's what they say. It says beer with natural flavors added. Gotta be honest, it tastes a lot like beer with natural flavors added. I don't know. It tastes, ugh. It has an aftertaste of like that aspartame aftertaste, like you had a diet something. Is this a diet beer? How dare you? How dare you? That, I'll be honest, that Great White is skinny. I don't know even what is in this. It's a malt, it's a malt beverage brewed with spice. I don't know. It's not great. It's plain flat with a bit of an aspartame taste to it. I don't think it's aspartame. And I don't know how my captions are going to put up aspartame. I should stop saying it because I have to keep spelling it out when I say words that don't exist. All right, what's today? Let's recap the Oscars, the Academy Awards. If you haven't read anything online yet and you made it to Tuesday, then you'll find out fresh. If not, here are jokes that every other person has done already. First, let's start with the important thing. Queer icon Janelle Monáe. God, the camera loved her. They kept going to her. I'm talking. They kept going to her. And every time I don't know if you paid attention, Janelle always had this look that she was never upset about being there, but like every time it was sultry. She did this like, she always seemed to be moving in slow motion. It was incredible. She looks amazing. She's one of my favorite gays. All right, next up, Jamie Lee Curtis's speech. Good for Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, kids that were given every opportunity to succeed in a business that their parents did, finally succeeding. I love it. But also, nothing is better than a true surprise at an Academy Awards. Like when Olivia Colman won hers, and the shock on her face, and so well deserved when Jamie Lee wins hers. And she said the same thing we said at home. Shut the fuck up. Like that happened. It was the best. The only thing of her surprise was the antithesis of Angela Bassett's surprise, because that face was not the same. All right, next up, Ke Huy Quan. Oh, I'm messing up. Ke Huy Quan. Short stuff. Short round? Yes. He won. First of all, this Academy Awards was first time nominated, first time winner all over this Academy Awards, which was kind of awesome, and I was a big fan. His excitement for winning, his excitement for being a part of the industry again, his excitement for everything is contagious. I swear that my allergies were acting up when he got his award. It was touching. I loved it. Big fan of that happened. Did Questlove come out wearing Crocs? I love Questlove, and I think Roots is one of the greatest bands of all time. But Crocs at the Oscars? Not okay. There was a commercial for The Little Mermaid, the live action, and so we're just throwing that term around loosely now, right? Live action, because all of that's animated, okay? Although, love Halle Berry's voice. Halle Bailey. I'm going to look it up, and it's going to say it properly right here. And that actually Melissa McCarthy, I was a fan of in seeing that. So that looked great. What happened next? Oh, Ruth Carter for Wakanda Forever. For Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, Ruth Carter won Best Costume Design and then came up on stage wearing a banana peel. And that's not my joke, that's Matt's joke. So if you don't like it, he's a hateful gay. So his first credit is being catty. Next up, short film My Year of Dicks. It didn't win, but they said My Year of Dicks on primetime television. That's a win. All Quiet on the Western Front won a lot of awards, a lot of technical awards, and technically in all of those awards it was up against The Fabelmans. And in today's day and age, why are the Germans still beating the Jews? That's not okay. Next, Elizabeth Banks in Cocaine Bear. Hilarious. Talking about special effects and CGI, and if it wasn't due to CGI, then she probably would have just had an actor in a bear suit on cocaine. I thought that was great. I don't know what was happening with her voice. That was sad. Get better, Elizabeth Banks. Next up. The song. They did all the songs in there, nominated songs. But the song for Rrrr was really more dance than song. But Rrrr was a great movie. And that song actually, Natu, won. So the song for Rrrr won, and that was good for them. Speaking of the songs, Riri, Rihanna, shut it down. I loved it. And I have to say, between this performance, comparing it to the Super Bowl performance, she felt a lot more grounded in this performance. Okay, Matt's shaking his head on that one. Next up was, speaking of performances, Lady Gaga. Love that. She actually only like a day or so before was able to determine that she was going to perform. And my favorite part is the fact that she was glammed the F up and then just wiped it all off. So she was like, I can go after this, put on my pajamas. Been there, girl. Same. All right. Florence Pugh. Love Florence Pugh. If you don't know her, she's the sister in Black Widow. So funny. Such a good actress. Fantastic. I don't want to keep drinking the beer, so I keep talking fast. She came out on stage looking like she tried to fold a fitted sheet and just gave up and wore it. That was a choice. Sarah Polley made a joke. She won for, I think, Best Adaptation for Women Talking. And she made a joke on stage saying, thank you for the Academy on not getting tight on having a film that has women and talking so close together in the title. And that was a solid joke. I want to give her credit for that. Lenny Kravitz can get it. He sang the Memoriam, and it's weird to have a hard-on during the Memoriam. But Lenny Kravitz will always be able to get it. That man, good job. Everything was everywhere all at once. That sums up the whole thing. And I thought Jimmy Kimmel did a good job. I will say, with a lot of his stuff, it was missing a little punch at times, but this was no Wild Wild West. And if that is a horrible joke, that is the exact type of joke he said about the slap at least 4 or 5 times in the exact setup and delivery. So I'll be hosting the Oscars next year. That's your Oscar recap. That's the queer news for the day. Tune in next week and we'll see what else I have to say. All right, bye.